My husband disappears every night at exactly 11 p.m. Not 1 minute earlier. Not 1 minute later. He just stands up from the couch, puts on his shoes, and walks out the door without a word. At first, I thought nothing of it. People go for late-night walks all the time. But then it became consistent, precise, like he was following a schedule only he knew about. And every night, when he returned, he carried the same cold energy, the same distant eyes, the same feeling that he had left some part of himself somewhere else, with someone else. At least, that's what I feared. His phone, once left out casually, suddenly became a secret he guarded with his life. He would keep it face down. He would flinch when it buzzed. And I started noticing that new messages disappeared almost instantly, as if someone was sending him something he didn't want me to see. He stopped touching me, stopped asking how my day was, stopped laughing at the little things we used to share. It felt like our home had turned into a quiet battlefield, and I was losing a war I didn't even know we were fighting. One night, everything changed. He was in the shower when his phone lit up on the counter. Just one word appeared from a number I didn't recognize. A word that made my stomach drop. Tonight. When he came out, he saw I had noticed. His face tightened. He grabbed the phone quickly and simply said not to wait up for him.
No explanation. No reassurance.
Nothing. That was the moment I realized I couldn't pretend anymore. I needed answers. I needed to know where he went at 11 p.m. and who, or what, waited for him. So when the clock reached 11 that night, I waited for him to leave. 30 seconds later, I followed. He didn't take the main road. He slipped through back streets, dark alleyways, and quiet corners of town that made my skin crawl just looking at them. Someone dangerous. Someone familiar. Someone like me. Eventually, he reached an old abandoned building on the outskirts of town. Broken windows. Crumbling walls. No lights except the faint glow of a lantern flickering inside. He entered, and after a moment of hesitation, so did I. Inside, the silence was thick. Dust floated in the air. The floor creaked under every cautious step. I followed the faint echo of his footsteps until he entered a small room. And that's when my entire world shifted. The walls were covered in photographs. Not of another woman. Not of some secret lover. But of me. Pictures of me at the store. Me walking to my car. Me leaving work. Me sitting alone at a cafe. Dozens of moments, all taken from a distance. All without my knowledge. I felt my breath leave my body. There was something so deeply violating, so chilling, about seeing myself watched from the shadows. This wasn't cheating. This was something else. Something worse. Then I heard his voice behind me. And it wasn't angry or guilty. It was scared. Broken. He tried to explain. Tried to tell me that none of this was what I thought. That he wasn't spying on me. That he was protecting me. I didn't understand. Protecting me from what? From who? And then he said something that made the room feel even smaller. He reminded me of something I desperately tried to forget. The night, 2 years ago, when I was nearly robbed coming home from work. But according to him, that incident wasn't what I thought. He claimed the man who attacked me wasn't acting alone. That someone else had been watching me, following me, tracking me ever since. He said he had been receiving threats, warnings, demands to keep them updated on my whereabouts every single day. And if he stopped, they would come after me again. This room wasn't an obsession. It was a record. Insurance. A twisted form of compliance to protect me. I didn't know what to say. Anger.
Fear.
Relief. Confusion. It all mixed together until I didn't know what to feel. And then I heard a sound behind me. A sharp metallic click. A sound I recognized immediately. Someone else was in the doorway. A man dressed in black from head to toe, face hidden, holding a gun. His voice was cold, unemotional. He spoke like he knew us, like he had been expecting this moment. He said rules had been broken. Said things had gotten complicated. Said I had seen too much. My husband moved in front of me instantly, shielding me with his body. And in that moment, everything made sense. The late nights. The secrecy. The fear. This was never about betrayal. This was about survival. And now we were both caught in something far darker than either of us understood. The man stepped forward, and with a calm, chilling voice, he said there was only one thing left to decide. What to do with me now? Everything went silent, and the world faded to black. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe and watch out for what happened later.